everybody? My name is Raze Chaos. You've made it back to this channel, and we are going back to It Is New Comic Book Day. I am so excited to have this one. Way too excited to have this one. I did not see it when it originally came out. Like, there was no, like, hey, this is at Walmart now. Yeah, I never got that. So by the time I found it, it was unavailable. And so, seeing what it was like, I must have this. Absolutely. And, yeah, did they... And so I immediately went to eBay and, paid a little bit more than I would have liked, but, it was a very important issue. So I felt justified. And then it became available on the Funko shop. Yeah. Sometimes my impatience gets the better of me, and I'm gonna try and do better. I'm really gonna try and do better on that, because, yeah, I paid way too much for this. Probably about twice as much as I should have paid. But this is a very important issue. This goes back to 1960, Brave and the Bold, number 28, the first appearance of the Justice League, and the first appearance of Starro the Conqueror. This is a very, very, I'd love to say, it's hard saying, hey, this is a very important issue. It is, because the success of the Justice League hitting into their own series, but after Brave and the Bold 28 came out, they kind of boom of comic book superhero teams had kind of happened. Because of this, we have the Fantastic Four. Because after they saw this, they said, we need a team of our own. And they didn't want to do the immediate copy that DC did, where they just basically took all their characters and took a bunch of their characters that were being sold individually elsewhere and group them together as one big team. They were just like, we're going to have our own special thing. And of course, later on, they did it with the Avengers as well. But but yeah. When everybody starts talking about landmarks, it's just kind of like, yeah, what it is a grouping to where some kid that only has enough money for one comic book has the option of getting a bunch of different characters in one. It would have worked on me if I had been around in 1960, which I haven't. I'm not that old. The Bearded Barbarian is, but I'm not. But in a little closer closer comparison is when I was young and I got the opportunity to get a comic book on my own. When I looked at the rack, the comic book that had the most characters on the front was one of the middle issues of the maxi series of Crisis on Infinite Earths, which had all the multiple Earths combining into one. So you had multiple Batman, you had multiple Superman, you had, oh God, yeah, you had characters you didn't even know existed. And that's where I jumped in. That's where Raze jumped in. That's why meeting George Perez was such a big deal. Rest his soul. Yeah, that's kind of where the love for group characters came out. So obviously, this is a very, very important issue. The Justice Society came out before that, but for some reason, it didn't really launch like the Justice League did. But yeah, to get back to this cover, they really do reenact it in a smaller way. You've got Martian Manhunter down here in the corner. You've got the Flash running. They've got the speed line in the back here. Wonder Woman using her lasso to grip one. Aquaman, I can only imagine, is trying to communicate with the gigantic starfish. And Green Lantern with his ring glowing all the way as Starro grabs them. The fact is, none of these things work against him. And that's one of the saddest parts of this story, is this is also the first appearance of a character called Snapper Carr. And they foreshadow immediately this teenager putting lime on his front lawn. And, yeah, after Starro defeats the Justice League, they figure out that, Starro wasn't able to conquer Snapper Carr because he was covered in the lime he put all over his yard. So yes, that is how Starro the Conqueror was originally defeated. Was with lime. You gotta love 1960. 1960 comics are hysterical in that respect. Something as simple as that would wave off a large-scale alien invasion of something that is completely taking over everybody's mind. Doesn't really make sense. But hey, it's a very, very cool cover. It's very exciting to have, and I'm glad I have it. It did launch a special thing. If you know your DC lore and everything, you'll also know that Brave and the Bold is where the Teen Titans first started, and it was along that same line. A couple things got their starts from Brave and the Bold that grew into basically mainstays of the DC universe now. So yeah, this is this is right up there as far as my favorites go. I love this line. I love all of the comic covers, even the strange ones. But this one is right up there with the Joker cover, the She-Hulk cover. This is easily in the top 5, and I couldn't tell you what the other 2 in the top 5 are. So, yeah, click like on this video if you've enjoyed it and found it even slightly informative. I've got a whole playlist dedicated just to the comic covers because that's how much I enjoy them. And I will be getting every single one of them, so if you want to go ahead and subscribe and keep up with the comic covers as I get them, not as they come out, but as I get them, because, yeah, every Wednesday is when I do comic book covers, and, yeah, it's given me a look forward to new comic book day all over again, which hasn't happened in years. So, I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and never forget, life is full of odd moments. And if you put lime on your front yard, you never know when you're going to be defined.